Which concludes this hearing in the bankruptcy of Michael Henchard, formerly hay and corn merchant of this town, Casterbridge. And unless there are any other matters which arise...
Beg your pardon.
Mr. Henchard.
Gentlemen. Over and above the assets that we've been talking about and which are laid down in the balance sheet, sale of the business, yes, such. Well, there's this too.
Mr. Henchard?
It belongs to you, as much as anything else I got. And I don't wish to keep it from you, not I. There now, you're all I got in the world. And I wish, for your sakes, 'twas more.
No, Henchard, we don't want that. No, not the watch. 'Tis honourable in here, but keep it. Keep it. What do you say, neighbours? Do you agree? Aye.
Thank you. But there's the watch, sir. 'Tis a gold watch. Sell it off and... I've been walking round Casterbridge these last few weeks with my eyes cast down, gentlemen. I've seen more leggings than faces. But, this is the end of it. I come to this town as a journeyman A-trusser with nothing but a wimble knife in my basket, nothing else to speak of. Well, so be it. That's what I be again. Now, you got everything I own, and I've tried not to keep back one jot nor one tittle on't.
Well, though the case is a desperate one, I'm bound to admit that in my experience as a commissioner in bankruptcy, I've never met a debtor who behaved more fairly. I've proved the balance sheet to be as honestly made out as it could possibly be. We've had no trouble.
No.
There have been no evasions and no concealments. The rashness of the dealing which led to this unhappy situation is obvious enough. But as far as I can see, every attempt has been made to avoid wronging anybody.
Quite right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Which concludes these proceedings. Unless, Mr. Henchard, unless there are any remaining questions you'd like to put to the commissioners?
Well, there is something.
Then, please.
About my business.
Your former business, Henchard?
Aye. A slip of the tongue. But for sentiment's sake, if you understand me. I would like to know by whom it has been bought.
Strictly speaking, the property in question is no longer any concern of yours whatsoever.
I know that.
But you'll know soon enough, I dare say. The business now belongs to Mr. Donald Farfrae.
And the house?
To the same gentleman.
The furniture?
Also to Mr. Farfrae.
Thank you. And can you tell me now?
Come now, Mr. Henchard. That is enough.
Can you tell me if he's likely to buy my body and soul as well?
There's no saying he won't, if you're willing to sell.
Go away. Go away. I don't like to see.
But you're not well, Father.
'Tis only a chill.
Damp.
Not good enough for you, eh?
Well, not as well. It's so dirty and messy, it isn't.
Lady Jane.
No, Father. Not anymore.
You still at...
I live on my own now. I've done so for some time.
How do you live?
Needle and thread.
Why have you come, eh?
Why wouldn't you let me come and see you, Father?
Look about.
I am your daughter. Why do you look at me like that?
Leave me be.
I heard you were ill, so I thought I'd come when you could not prevent it. Bought some blackcurrant jelly for your cold. Gonna sweep this place out and wash some of your things. Oh, why have you come to this place, to jobs?
'Tis only a staging post. I should be going to America. Anywhere.
Father.
Perhaps.
Mr. Job.
Because Mr. Jopp is the one person in Casterbridge whose thoughts and opinions I don't care about. One jot.
He's no friend of yours, Father. I don't like to think of you living here like this.
I don't. Don't think of me. Don't think of me at all.
You will let me come and see you sometime, though, won't you, Father?
I can't stop you.
Thank you. I will come. Go down now and find a broom and sweep this place out. Not your Elizabeth Jane.
Mr. Henchard! Mr. Henchard! I wanted to have a word with you. I wanted to ask you...
It's turn and turn about then, isn't it? Hey?
What?
Well, you came to me without a chattel to your name, when I was the master of the house in Corn Street. Now I stand without a stick or a rag, and the master of that house is you.
Aye, that is so. 'Tis the way of the world.
Hey! Up and down, eh? Up and down! Well, what's the odds, eh? I'm used to it all the same.
Aye, it's a merry-go-round.
Hey! Hey.
I wanted to ask you if you want to come and live in your old house.
You what?
We can spare some rooms very well. I'm sure my wife would not mind at all, and till there's some opening in business for you.
No. We should quarrel.
You should have your own room. Nobody to interfere with you. Oh, it would be a great deal healthier than down there.
You don't know what you ask.
Well...
But I can do no less than thank you.
By the by, I bought a good deal of your furniture.
So I had.
Well, it was not that I wanted it so very much for myself, but I wish you to pick out what do you care to have? Such things as are endeared to you by associations and such, and have them.
Give it to me.
Well, it would not be depriving me. We could do with less very well, and there'll be plenty of opportunities of getting more.
Give it to me for nothing? You paid the creditors good money for that.
Aye. But maybe it's worth more to you than it is to me.
Sometimes I think I've well, I'll not have it. I'll not have it. But I thank you. Aye. Still not so strong in the arm, eh?
Are you sure you won't take it?
No.
The furniture?
No, but I thank you.
Then there's nothing I can do for you.
I'm not finished, you know.
No.
I'd like to start out here again as I did once before.
Yes.
As a journeyman A-trusser.
Yes. But are you saying that...
Aye. I'd like you to take me on.
In the yard, where you were master?
Aye.
Oh, but surely...
Honest work is nothing to be ashamed of.
No, no.
Besides, I can do nothing else, man. It's the only way I got to keep body and soul together.
Well,
Will you not do that for me?
Ah, yes, of course. If you don't think... Yes, come when you like.
No favors, mind, eh? None at all.
No, business is business.
'Tis agreed, then, eh?
'Tis agreed. Good day, Mr. Henchard.
Good day, Mr. Fafney.
Come.
Steady up, Abel. If Farfrey's around, mate, let's get on with it.
It was busy, don't it? Aye.
Afternoon, Mr. Farfrey.
Hello, Mr. Farfrey. Only a dozen days, eh?
Why'd you say that? Only a dozen days.
Within 12 days' time, I shall be released from my oath.
What oath?
Gospel oath to drink no spirituous liquid. 12 days. It'll be 21 years since I swore it.
As long as that.
Then I mean to enjoy myself. Please, God.
By God. That's the way.
Long drought's over, eh, Henchard?
And not by a long chalk. So I'll have the same again if you please.
Aye, a moment.
What all these for, eh? Alibaba and the 40 thieves. Eh?
Church choir, the musicians. They always come in here after evening service. And they always have just the 1/2 pint. No more, no less. Week in, week out.
Well, that won't do for me. I waited more than a week, eh? Sorry there's a up there, Lord, eh? Thank you.
Evening, gentlemen. It's all ready for you. Come and get it. You'll be needing this, I reckon. Had a good service this evening? Oh, very good, thank you. You sing the right notes. There you are. Take that one to George. No. That's it, then. Go well this evening?
How be you, Mr. Henchard? Quite a stranger in the Three Mariners.
True, but this brew's been worth the waiting. I've been a bit down in spirit, but This will make any man feel better, eh?
Aye, it will now.
Evening, Mr. Trenchard.
Evening. How do all? How do? Ha! Hey, got your instruments there, have you?
Aye.
How about a bit of a tune, eh? Get me out my minor key, I can tell her.
A tune?
Please?
With all my heart, Mr. Trenchard. Why not? Sound A, neighbours, and give the man a stay.
Hey, I don't give a cuss what words be. Hymns, ballads, ranty pole, rubbish, rogues march, or cherubims warble. Let's have a good bit of harmony, Ian. Let's have it well put out, hey!
Well, hey, we can do that right now.
Not a man amongst us as haven't been in the church gallery less than 20 years.
I know that. I've heard you. Very fine it is, too. Yeah, I want a bit of a tune. Come on, hey.
As to Sunday, neighbours, suppose we raise fourth psalm.
Aye, right you are.
The Samuel Wakely's tune is improved by me.
And Samuel Wakely's tune is improved by thee. Chuckers, one of your salters over there. Yeah, old Wilshire. The only tune worth singing, eh? It's got the right ebb and flow for aye. Ebb and flow, aye. Here. Wait, I'll find the words for you now.
There's nothing wrong with Samuel Wakely's tune, but old Wiltshire's a good un too.
Make up me mind, either do.
I found it for you. Here we are now. Psalm 109, the tune of old Wiltshire. Verses 10 to 15. I give you the words now.
No, I'd know that psalm.
His seed shall orphans be, his wife a widow plunged in grief. His vagrant children beg their bread where none can give relief. His ill-got riches shall be made to usurer as a prey. The fruit of all his toil shall be by strangers borne away. None shall be found that to his wants their mercy will extend, or to his helpless orphan seed the least assistance lend. A swift destruction soon shall seize on his unhappy race, and the next age his hated name shall utterly defame.
That wasn't made for singing that song.
What do you mean? Of course it was.
Whatever King David was thinking about when he made a psalm nobody could sing without disgracing himself, I can't fathom. Now then, fourth psalm.
No!
Fourth psalm to Samuel Wakely's tune.
Ah, damn your source!
Mr.
I say! No! Psalm 109, a tune of old Wiltshire. That's
Now,
what it's going to be, eh? Hey! No! Not one single one of the droning crew of you goes out that door until this psalm be sung. No! Hey, I know, don't you blame in David. He knew what he was about when he wrote that.
Right.
Oh, no!
Let's get it done and out of here.
Up now! Louder! Come on! Voices up now! I'm on the full strength! Come on! Come on! His pagan children beg their bread when none can give relief. Come on here! Hey! Swiftness shall sit on his unhappy grace, and the next age his hated name shall utterly deface.
You can't burst out drinking like that after all this time. We are asking for trouble.
Thangy. I wouldn't mind keeping you all on at my own expense to have you sing for me whenever I want.
If you can afford it.
There was a time when I could. Be damned.
Language.
That is, if it weren't for him you just been singing about. Mr. Donald Farfrae, that is.
If I'd known 'twas meant for a living man, nothing would have made me play a breath of that psalm, so help me.
Ha! My boy's bird. You've sung it! And that's for him, eh? Farfrae! I could break him up! Just like that! But I don't.
Getting out of there. That's the first thing, my girl.
Father,
What are you doing here, eh?
I've come to bring you home.
Home! This'll do for my home.
Please don't. No more drink.
I'm a man of my word, and I kept my oath for 21 years, and now I can drink what I like with a good conscience.
But you're not used to it.
You just wait till I'm roused.
Father.
Hey, you take everything from me. My house, my business, my furniture, and my what you may call wife, everything!
Father, people are listening.
Oh, let them!
Think of my poor mother.
Hey, what?
Let me take you to your home.
Job's home. Job's home. I'll do for him. By heavens, girl. If I get the chance, I won't answer for what I'll do to him.
Have you seen my husband?
Well, last I saw him, Mr. Farfrae was in the barn over there, missus.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, you was merry again last night, Michael.
Mind thy own, Whittle.
Well, you bent master now, so...
No, but I can break your neck.
Sorry, Mr. Henchard. Good afternoon, madam.
Oh, good afternoon. Have you seen my husband?
I beg your pardon, Mum.
Why, I said good afternoon.
Oh, yes. Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm very glad to see you, ma'am. We humble workmen here, we feel it a great honour that grand lady such as yourself should look in, take an interest in us. Can you tell me the time, madam? I do not possess a watch.
Oh, it's 4:30.
Thank you, ma'am. Hour and a half, before we are released from work. Ma'am, we of the lower classes, we know nothing of the gay leisure such as you enjoy.
Good afternoon.
That was very kind of me to say that, madam.
That was a telling of her.
Shut thee mouth.
No. But, well, since it's come up, Mr. Joyce, that little seedman shop overlooking the churchyard, it's to let, isn't it?
Surely you don't want it, Mr. Farfrae. It's a poky little place.
It's not for myself, but Henchard.
Henchard? Surely he hasn't got the wherewithal even for a place such as that.
No, but it would be a new beginning for him. A small one, aye, but suitable.
Well, he's not the man he was. Not by any means.
Well, I'd like to get up a private subscription among the members of the council and set him up in it.
Oh, now they can't be.
I'd be willing to put up £50 if the other councillors would put up the other 50 between them. What do you think? Oh, you know them better than I after all your years as town clerk.
Listen, Farfrae. Others see Henchard as you don't.
But if I was to...
Please listen to Mr. Joyce, Donald.
Henchard hates you. Aye, hates you. And it's right that you should know it.
You mean...
No, please listen, Donald. Go on, Mr. Joyce.
I think you should be warned. There's no telling what a man like that might do. He has a foul temper. To my knowledge, he was at the Three Mariners again last night, threatening to, well, saying in public that about you which no man ought to say about another.
But why should he do it? What harm have I done him that he should want to wrong me?
God alone knows. I wonder you keep him in your employ. I wouldn't put up with it.
But I cannot discharge a man who was once a good friend to me. Yes?
I would rather he wasn't in the yard, Donald.
But how can I forget that when I first came here, it was him that allowed me to get a footing for myself? No! As long as I have a day's work to offer, he shall do it if he chooses. It is not up to me to deny him as little as that.
Well, it is up to you, of course, but I should be careful, that's all. Be careful.
Of what? Take the strain. Left. Force steady. Stay. Don't put too much strain on the rope.
Ha ha ha! Still the same, eh?
Aye. But are you?
Mr. Jott to see you, ma'am.
Who?
He's been downstairs and I...
Thank you. What do you want?
John, I heard your husband had been asked to recommend a working partner to a corn merchant out of town.
Oh, this has nothing to do with me. Please see my husband in the office.
Well, I was hoping that you would put a word in for me, Mrs. Farfrae.
Oh, I know nothing about such things.
Well, no one could testify to my trustworthiness as well as you could, ma'am. You see, I was in Jersey several years. Potatoes. I knew you there by sight.
Really? I knew nothing of you.
Oh, I knew you by sight. Very well. Very well indeed.
I don't think I'm in any position to help.
Michael Henchard is living with me now, ma'am. Living in my home.
I cannot help you.
He's not the man he was. He's not the man who used to go to Jersey.
I could do nothing for you, nothing whatsoever.
Are you sure you wouldn't like to think it over?
Now, please go.
You're a bit hasty, ma'am.
Who's called? Any folk for me?
No. What's the matter?
Oh, it's nothing worth talking about.
No, but there is something.
It's Henchard. He hates me. And I cannot find a reason for the intensity of it. Now, a wee bit of envy, that's understandable. But it's more like old-fashioned rivalry and love than a little bit of rivalry and trade. Can you understand it, Lisette?
No.
I cannot blind myself to the fact that a man of his passion, well, there's no safeguard for his conduct.
What have you heard? Is it...
No, it's nothing as serious as you fancy.
Why do we stay here?
This is where my business is, Lisette.
But we have plenty of money. Why should we stay? Give up the business and let's go away from here.
We'll see. We'll see.
You promise?
I promise. to think about it. You are nervous today, aren't you?
Mr. Joyce, man.
Oh, what brings you here, Mr.
I'm
Joyce?
sorry to drop in without warning, Farfrae. You've heard the bad news.
What's happened?
Dr. Chalkfield died this afternoon at 5 o'clock.
Oh, dear. I am sorry. He was a very good mayor and a good friend to the town.
A change from Henchard, and a change for the better. But he's gone to meet his maker.
Aye.
But his family's well provided for. Now, we must take all as it is in this life.
True enough.
But I've called to ask you this, quite privately. If you were nominated to succeed him, will you accept the chair?
Be mayor?
Aye. Mayor of Casterbridge, Farfrae.
Oh, no, there are folk whose turn is before mine. I might be thought young and over-pushing.
Oh, not at all. That's why I'm here. Several members wish it. Now, you won't refuse.
We thought of going away from here.
It was only a fancy. No, I wouldn't refuse the honour if it were the wish of a respectable majority of the council.
Then consider yourself elected. We've had older men long enough.
Mayor, eh? What's a mayor?
A Scotch mayor and all.
Always pushing. Push, push, push it! Ah, that's your true-born Scotchman, eh? Throw it through.
It's the snow and the wolves that make him like that. Scotchman.
Wolf. Ah. Wolf it is. Coming down on a fold, eh? Only one thing he done about wolves. Cut his damn blasted throats!
Oh, you see, I'm not so big. One of the links will have to be taken out.
Yes, I suppose so.
Pardon me, ma'am. 'Tis Mr. Henchard calling.
Oh, no. He won't eat you. Show him in.
Into the dining room.
Not here.
No, please. No.
Show him into the dining room.
His clothes is a bit rough, sir.
Oh, never mind. Show him in. I'll be through shortly. Wonder what he wants. Oh, well, I better not keep him waiting, I suppose.
The chain.
Oh, yes. No red rag for the bull, eh? As you can see, this room has not been changed over much.
No. 'Tis very familiar.
Well, was there something you...
So they made you the mayor?
Yes.
You really are in my shoes, eh?
Ah, yes. Sometimes it seems...
Congratulations.
Thank you. Would you like to sit down?
In one of my old chairs, eh? Aye.
If there's anything I
You remember that young woman, that young lady a while back I told you about I was going to marry?
Yes, the lady from Jersey, wasn't it?
I told you, if you remember, how she nursed me, eh, when I got sick on a buying trip over there, and, well, one thing led to another. Ha! You know the way of the world.
A man and a maid, aye.
Aye, she was compromised. I don't deny that. And then I offered to marry her. Well, I told you that, didn't I? How we was going to be wed.
Why are you telling me
And
this now?
my wife comes back as though from the dead, eh, Parson?
It's getting late,
And
Henchard.
Susan, poor woman, she passes on, which leaves the question of the earlier lady, shall we say.
What became of her?
Oh, how they do go on, eh, the ladies? You wouldn't believe how bitter and how upset she was when I wrote and told her of Susan's return.
She must have been very disappointed in the circumstances.
Disappointed, eh? Now, just you listen to this.
What have you got there?
It's one of her letters. I want you to listen to
Well,
this. Oh, you just listen to this.
I don't think I really
She had
ought
a very flowery sort of art.
It's getting very late.
I
Don't
quite
really
acquit
think
you
that I
of
should
any
be
intention to wrong me. Michael, yet you are the door through which wrong has come to me. The return of your wife has left me with practically no future. I am devoted to you to think it even possible that I can ever be the wife of another man. I love you. Only you. Always you. That's how she went on me.
Yes, it is the way with women.
The way with this woman. Now, just you listen to
No,
this.
come now, I read.
And each night alone by my fireside, shunned by my acquaintances, I sit and I think about you. And I long for you, my darling. For your strong arms. And your manly grace. And yours forever, Michael. Yours without quibble. Yours as I was once yours when you first took me in your embrace.
Is it quite fair to this young woman, whoever she is, to read her letters to a stranger? They were meant for your eyes alone.
Whoever she is. Wait a minute.
Look, I don't want to know.
I ain't got to the name yet, no. There's Richard Bits first. And the scandal clause. But never mind. I will wait, and I will wait, hoping against hope, that one day all will be well again, and that we two can be as one. Farewell, my darling. Your loving.
But why didn't you marry her when your wife died?
Well, may you ask. But the truth is, when I come forward to do so, she was not the woman for me. She was set on marrying someone else.
Well, the young lady must have had a heart that bore transplanting very readily.
Oh, she had, yes, she had.
Get up. Please.
If I were you, I would destroy those letters. She's another man's wife, you see.
Aye.
Well, it would injure the woman if it were known, wouldn't it?
Perhaps that's what I want. Have you thought of that?
Oh, come now. Surely you don't.
Well, I could wreck both of them. Her and her husband. I could annihilate them. Couldn't I?
That was the very last thing I wanted to hear.
What did he say?
He's been reading to me a long lot of letters from some woman or other he used to know.
Did he say who it was?
No. Not even he would do that, except he promised me he'd tell me more the next time.
Again? He's coming again?
No. Not if I can help it. But I had to humour him. I had to listen to page upon page of the most utter soft trash that was ever put down in writing paper. It would make a cat laugh, Lisette.
How are you, Ma'am?
Oh, it is nice to see you, my dear. What are you doing?
Taking some tea to my father, Ma'am.
Oh, yes, I've seen you do it before. You're very kind to him.
Well, if he has some tea, Ma'am, it holds him off from the inn for an hour or two longer.
What a shame he's fallen so far.
Yes. Things have not gone well for him.
I don't go into the barn so as not to embarrass him.
No, Mum.
But I wish him well, of course. I was wondering if... Look, would you give him this? It's something left over from the old days, do you understand? Something he's entitled to have. But please, ask him to open it alone. And you won't breathe a word of this, will you?
I'll give it to him, Mrs. Farfrae.
I love my husband dearly, Elizabeth Jane. More than all the world. And I want the past to be buried, that's all.
I'll give it to him.
Oh, wait a minute. Poor maiden. Oh. Don't deceive me. Oh, never leave me. I'll continue to pray for me. Oh, leave me. Let him stay on my feet. Let him damn well stay on my feet. Oh. I mean, what the hell is... loose, Sarah, loose.
I overheard your interview with my husband last night and saw the drift of your revenge. The thought of it crushes me. Have pity on a distressed woman.
Oh, don't deceive me. I'll never leave me. Can you try to put me?
I beg you to return my letters to me. I will be at the ring at the time you leave work tomorrow, just as the sun goes down. If ever tears and pleadings...
Tears and pleadings. Tears and pleadings. Hi, Zemma. Tears and damn blasted. Damn blasted pleadings. Damn blasted pleadings. For that.
The very thought of it crushes me. Have pity on a distressed woman. Michael?
I've come as you asked.
And the letters?
I don't like to see you looking so ill.
It's all you're doing. I have no other fears. Oh, my happiness would be secure if it wasn't for your threats. Please, Michael, don't break me like
No,
this.
no, 'twas only a kind of a practical joke now, my reading of the letters. I didn't say your name.
Please give them back to
Shush
me.
now, shush. I don't want to pull you down. Seeing you like this. Here and be, eh? Every scrap of 'em.